Hi there, Sanella here. I'm a health coach, nutritional therapist, and I help women who lost their confidence, who are feeling a bit of a lack of vitality, a lack of energy, to find their path back to health. And this video really is about my story. I'm asked a lot, how comes I'm so passionate about healthy living? And there is a reason for that. My passion actually started when I was 8 years old, so many moons ago, probably around just about 40 years ago, can you believe it? And I was a little girl, and my mom developed breast cancer, as many women do. And I don't think I knew it at the time what exactly was going on, but I do remember her being in the hospital and obviously receiving her treatment. I remember meeting women, 9 other women that she was in the hospital room with, that she developed such a strong bond to them, during the period of all of them going through the treatment. And I remember my mom getting back home and me being so happy that she's back. Obviously, nobody knows, after the cancer treatment what actually happens. It takes time to actually see whether it has been successful or not. What I do remember is my mom receiving these phone calls and her crying because she would be notified that one by one these women were actually passing away, and that was literally within the first year after she had her treatment. So I was aware what was going on. There was a bit of a fear in me. However, my mom being having this amazing, anybody who's known her, she only passed away last year, 2019, at the age of 79. So she lived fairly long life and healthy life, but knowing her, it took her 15 years to have me. My mom and dad, they were married for 15 years without a child, that they wanted so much, and then I was born. And that was the reason I'm called Sanella, because in my language, san means a dream. So I was born out of this dream to have a child. And my mom was not going to give up easily. She was not going to, just feel sorry for herself and, give up on life because of, situation she found herself in. But she was going to fight. And so the way that she fought, despite the fact that she really didn't receive this, long formal education, she certainly wasn't a dietitian or a nutritionist or anything like that. She didn't have high education. She stopped her school when I believe she was 16 or 17 years old. She was already married when she was 18. So, but she turned to books. I remember these books. I believe the person who wrote it was Pelagich, and I believe even he won Nobel Prize some years and years, decades ago, he was a herbalist, I believe. So I remember this book, and there weren't pictures of the plants and all these recipes, but there were drawings, and my mom was going through that book and following some of the recipes. So I remember she involved me. I participated in making these concoctions of different plants, fruits, vegetables, seeds, nuts. I even went on the other side of the town as a very young girl on my bike, with my rucksack on my back, and there was a man who was breeding quails. So he would give me these quail eggs. I believe she was about 150 quail eggs every single week. She would be consuming, raw. And only now, with this knowledge, I realized that quail eggs are one of the most potent sources of omega-3. And omega-3 is anti-inflammatory, especially if taken in large dosages. So she didn't know, but she sort of just naturally followed her instincts. And so part of her battle was the mindset, and part of it is just really following her instincts, going back to nature and making all these natural sort of foods that I was making with her, consuming with her. And I think that took the fear away from me, because she was being proactive. She took action, and I could feel, there was a life, there was some sort of happiness about it, rather than doom and gloom and, just being hopeless. She gave me hope, and she gave herself hope. And I think that is the reason for her, for never having cancer again, basically, in her life. And I don't think she's ever been hospitalized ever again with anything major going on. So, but what it did with me, in me, it planted a seed that, love for plants, plant life, plants, nutrition, health. As a teenager, I was well known as a shake lady, because I was making shakes with all these different fruits and vegetables, and that were growing in the garden. I loved working in the garden as well, and nuts and seeds, and I would put so much raw egg in my shake because I understood the protein, the power of the protein. And yet I wouldn't have cow's milk, although my father worked in milk company. But I would go on the other side of the town. I found a place, a little kiosk, and they sold soya milk. So I was making these shakes with raw eggs, with soya milk, and with they were brown literally, but I was drinking them. I loved it, and I just felt good when I did it. And I changed my diet too. And obviously then as I come from Bosnia and Herzegovina, we had war going on, and I ended up being a refugee. And my 20s, early teens and 20s are all a bit of a blur, just fighting for life, and trying to work really hard so I can pay for my education, because nobody else would. And it was in my late 20s by the time I met my husband, and I got pregnant, and I had my first child. My first son was born, which was amazing. But I found myself for the very first time overweight, lacking energy. And I know that is what pregnancy does to a lot of women, but I just I've never been overweight before. And I really struggled for the first 18 months of his life. I struggled losing weight, and it really bothered me because nothing fit me anymore. Energy was low, and it really wasn't a happy place for me. So I didn't naturally go towards losing weight, because the idea of a weight loss was alien to me. However, I was working as an online marketing manager for this travel company, and after 5 months or 6 months of maternity leave, I was supposed to go back, but I really resisted that. And eventually I did go back, but not before I actually found a business opportunity. I found I was looking for ways how I can actually stay at home and be stay-at-home working mom. And I found this opportunity in health and wellness, and it was only then that I started losing weight. Within 2 months, I lost all my pregnancy weight. Not only that, my energy went through the roof, and I was just a new person. Actually, I felt better than I ever had. And what happened in the process, I just started being so passionate about nutrition again. But it was also about weight loss, because that was my story. That was something where, that I could see a lot of people. I've never noticed overweight people before. They were just people to me. And there are still people, but now I had this need in me to help, because I had a solution. And really, I never looked back. I was made redundant by the same company in 2008, when a lot of businesses collapsed, but I never looked back, and I developed my own business from home, which is what I always wanted, and it was based on helping people losing weight, but in a nutritious and sustainable way. Same way I did it, what worked for me, what got me back to health, back to wellness, but now helping others in the process as well. But it wasn't a fad dieting, it was actually something, back to science, back to, doing something that I truly viscerally, believed in. And so the passion wasn't born again, it was really just reignited. And again, I never looked back. This is still what I do since 2004. Is just instead of serving me and my family, I also help others in the process, and that is where the passion comes from. But really, I do believe this is the nutrition has saved my mom, as well as this sort of a mindset. So with a lot of my clients, I realize it's not just a solution. Here we go, have this. This is the meal plan, but actually following people with love and with understanding, with non-judgment, because people judge themselves enough as well as the world around them, but really helping them through the process to love themselves enough so they can actually change their life for better with good nutrition, with taking care of not only for the purpose of a weight loss, but taking care of their body, because really it's the only place we have to live for the rest of our lives. We're given this body, and without health, what can we achieve? We can achieve a lot, but without health, without this healthy and able body, living with this best sort of energy we could possibly have, we can just we can achieve a lot still, and many people do, but not possibly the ultimate, the full potential. And that is the reason I really love helping people gaining that sort of path back to health and more, to optimal nutrition, so they can feel better than they ever have. And I'm going to be 47 soon, so by the time you watch this video I might be 47 already, or 48, and hopefully more. But I really hope it has inspired you to live healthy, active lifestyle, because not only that it gives us a chance, nobody knows what's going to happen, but it gives us a chance to really give our bodies the best opportunity to fulfill our potential, whatever that is, and if you're a young mom, it's going to give you more energy to run after your child. If you're a student, it's going to give you a chance to concentrate, to really be able to focus better, and to have a better memory as well. So nutrition plays a tremendous part in every area of life, whatever age you are at. So that is where my passion comes from, and I know that taking care of myself is it's about respecting this body I was given, and just seeing what is the destiny there out for me. But I do know if I don't look after it, I might never be able to experience this, because I'm going to be too focused on, how to solve my problem, how to, get better, and survive an illness, etc. So that's where my passion comes from, and I really wish to use this video to thank all my clients throughout all these years who've put their trust in me, because I don't take it lightly. It's nobody should, as especially with a weight loss, it's a bit of a it's a sensitive subject, and I'm very grateful to all my clients and to everybody supporting me in the process, my family too, and I believe future is bright. And thank you for watching. I hope it has inspired you to live healthier, more active lifestyle, and certainly that is my wish for you. So thank you.